All right, so, okay, good. Test. Go. Okay, sorry. First, sorry for the late. Got a little bit of problem. It's always happens. Sorry. And yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to our Yeeflow webinar on automated document generation. This topic. I'm Renger, and I will be your host today. Thank you for joining us. For today's session, we will dive into how to leverage Yeeflow's generated document action to automate your document process. Okay, and great. I'm also excited to introduce my colleague E, who will be the co-host with me today. E will bring deep insight into creating effective Word templates. All right, great. So E, can you hear?
Yeah, hello. Hi, everyone.
Okay, great. So let's jump to the agenda. Let me share my screen first. Okay, great. All right, so today's session will be around, let's say, 40 minutes. Here are what we have planned for today's session. Firstly, I will begin by introduce our new feature, which is called Generated Document Action, and give a quick demo on where to find and how to use it in our workflow designer. And then I will hand over to E, who will be showing us about how to create a Word template file, which will be used for this action. And finally, I will return and have a demonstration about how to use the created template file in our workflow to automate the generate documents. Okay, and yeah, we also will conclude with a brief Q&A session. So please feel free to write down any questions you have. You can add for the Q&A section and also maybe from the chat box. All right. Great. So in many organizations, let's say creating documents is a real challenge. It takes a lot of time, leads to frequent mistakes, and often maybe end up with mess formatting. Maybe we have a different copy and different versions from offline documents. Let's say imagine having to re-enter the same information repeatedly, or maybe copy paste the data each time when you need a new document. It's really slow everything down. Okay. Here I have some. Let's have some example. Let's say, for example, think about a sales team that needs to generate a personalized proposal for dozens of clients, and manually creating each proposal may not only slow down the process, but also increase the risk of mistakes. Okay, and also let's think about maybe HR department that needs to produce employee contracts or offer letters for new hires. Errors in those documents maybe can lead to compliance issues and extra work creating them. All right. So Yeeflow generation action is, let's say this one. Okay. Yeeflow document generation action is actually designed to address those challenges by automating the document creation using pre-built Word templates. This will ensure the consistency and also accuracy for the information, and also saving a lot of time. Here I picked up some of the sample Word templates that are maybe used by different organizations. And with Yeeflow, you can actually create such similar templates still using Microsoft Word, the same tool. to automate the document generation. Okay, so let's start by discussing the document generation action. This feature is part of the action in our workflow designer. It will automate the creation of documents using the pre-built Word templates and dynamically mapping the date from the e-forms we create in Yeeflow into the documents. All right. Okay. For the rest of the time for today's webinar, we leave a lot of time for the demo session. I'm going to share my screen now so that you can see where to locate this action within our workflow designer. All right. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. And for those who may be new here today, just a quick introduction. So Yeeflow is a no-code application form that empowers you to build customer applications and automate the workflows without writing any code. Okay. So if you can see from the screen, this is the homepage for Yeeflow. There are lots of the applications here, but the benefits here is you can use Yeeflow to create your own application simply like this. Okay. All right. With that, let's dive in for the topic of the generation action. So I prepare some of the demo application. For example, if you can see here, we have the sales agreement automation, this application. Okay, if I click inside, so this is a contract sales agreement approval form, which will for the sales team to request for sales agreement to be for internal approval. So this is form, we can pick up any of the information, and once the sales team submit the request, there are a couple of the approval process. Let me open the designer to make it maybe more clear for the logic here. So click Edit in Designer button. All right. So right now we're in the forms design model. Okay, right now here. Okay, with that, let's jump to the workflow designer. Okay, so the workflow right now is kind of very straightforward. So once the sales team submits the form, it will go for 3 steps for the internal approval. Okay, but the idea is the sales team fill in the form, and once it's been approved, we want to have those information to be automated generates the contract documents. Okay, with that, we can use the new generate document action. To fund this action, you can actually go here. So from the left action, for the third row, third column, this one. Okay, generate document action. Okay, if you want to generate a new document, just drag this action onto the Canva. Okay, for the designer from here. Okay, so the config is also very easy. So if you click the setting, there are different settings here. Okay, so first, so you need to have a template. So from the document template setting here, we can select the pre-built template and have the mapping. Okay. The document should be inside in Yeeflow for stored in a document library. Okay. So basically, the logic is if you maybe traditionally, if you go here, let's say some people approved finally, before ending, you can just ending the generate, let's say this one, change, okay, generate that document, okay. Then maybe, let's say, end the workflow, or maybe after you generate, based on your logic, maybe send an email for the generate document to be sent, okay. Okay, for the next step, let's say we first need to having the Word template to be ready. Okay, great. So now I'd like to hand over to E to show us about how to create such a Word template and then to be used for this workflow. Okay, hi E, your turn.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm E from the Yeeflow support team. And today I'll be showing how to use the Word to create a template that is used for Yeeflow document generation action. And this is the standard sales agreement that Renger just showed us about that form. And before we starting to add the placeholder, the first thing we need to do is find the file. Click that and find the options to enable the developer mode here. Make sure to click that and click OK. You can see the develop tab is here right now. And in this
so by
section,
default, it's not. Okay, so by
sorry?
default, developer is not showing there, right? You need to have that option to be enabled first, right?
Yes, it's the first step.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And as I know that this one, the developer option for Mac or Mac OS, if you are using MacBook, if I remember, it still have the developer tab, but it's different. So to create the template for to be used in Yeeflow, we currently, as I know, you need to have the Windows PC, which install the Word. So you only can create it in Windows PC right now. Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah, the only Windows system is currently supported by the Yeeflow. Yeah. And here we can see we have some of the controls that we're gonna use to as a placeholder. And we can go over to through this agreement. As we can see, there have a lot of place that we need to insert the placeholder. But due to this is a demonstration of how to do that, I'll be like demonstrate free part of that, but I'll show how to do that. The first part is the effective date, and in that we can select the place where we want to insert the placeholder, and then find the plain text for this one.
Plain text. Okay.
Yeah, and then go to the properties. Please give it a name, which we will be use for the Yeeflow to identify the variable later in the action setting.
Okay.
Okay. And also I have tips is that for the battle view, you can like enable the design mode, which you can see where have the placeholder.
You should also set the tab, right? The name of the tab name.
The type will be automatically like input once you place the title.
Okay. Okay, good.
And then similar for the end date. And also one thing I need to mention is that you can manage the data format in the placeholder, and it will be kept in the same after you like mapping out the field and generate the document you need. The format will be same as the placeholder here.
Okay.
And the next is for the seller information. As here, also same, we can use a plain text and input like the address, seller address. Sorry. And this is how you input the plain text. And also something different is about the table here. the first step, we need to right-click that table and go to the table properties. And here, the auto text, we need to give it a name, which also be useful later bidding all the field with Yeeflow.
It's from the table property window, right?
Yeah.
So this
like
is just a normal table, right? Just a normal table, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so under alt text and with title. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you can also do that without title.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, one thing we needed to like pay attention is that you need to insert a repeat section here. Because you can see the item
under under the header, right? Okay.
Yeah, under the header where you needed to input all the data with the Yeeflow form, like replace with the actual data. And similar as above, I'll just input all those in the name here, item name, okay. And then this one is also a plain text. This description. This description here. And the next is SQU, where we also will use the plain text. And for the faster, maybe I can just copy the title of the column and then replace input here. Yeah. Just to make sure you select the right.
So basically, it's similar like if we create a sublist in the form, you need to first have a repeating control outside, which is similar like a sublist. Then you need to have multiple fields, right? So for each field, maybe you have the pin text control for each column. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
You're right. And also here we have the contract value, the total contract value. We can also like input placeholder here and give it a name. And for the next part, for the payment, maybe different company have their own like style of the payment term. So we maybe just delete that part and place a rich text here. And here I want to have a quick tip is that please make sure you input the rich header, rich text just in their own column. Like they cannot be placed with other text ahead. Like
okay,
here,
so this one is kind of for the kind of a rich text, right? So if we have a rich text control on the form, which can support for formatting text or even maybe inside for the tables. Okay, and I don't know, maybe images inside. So this is a rich text. So if you have content with rich text, if you want to put inside in the Word template, you need to select the first control, which is, let's say, what's the name? Okay, can move the rich text control. Okay, so the rich text control can only be a single, it cannot have combined with other content. You need to have a new line, right? Make sure. Okay, great. And can we do some formatting for, let's say, for the total content value? Okay, can we maybe make it a border or change some colors?
Of course, we can maybe make it red.
Okay. And maybe border, right? Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So all we can customize the style for the value field. Okay. Okay, great.
And then the next thing I want to introduce is that the picture control here, where the Yeeflow have our own control called signature. It can be used together, like place the picture control here. And you can change the size to adjust the size that suit for the phone.
So you are trying to make maybe some kind of the signature image, right?
Yeah, you can fit in it with a signature.
Okay.
And we'll do some formatting things here. Yeah, it may need a little bit time to like adjust the overall like performance.
Okay.
But
so the style, if you set here with the style, let's say the width or the height, it will, if the image right to the word template, it will follow the same size, right? The
yes.
sizing. Okay, great.
And basically, this is how you like insert the placeholder and create the word templates that's used for the Yeeflow generate document action. And,
Okay.
I
Great.
want to
So
read
there
it.
are, let me think. So you have the pin text and the rich text and the image and also a repeating table, right?
Yeah.
So mapping with the form. Okay. Okay, great.
Okay, I'll upload this file to the Yeeflow, and maybe Renger can keep talking.
Okay, let me switch back to my screen. Thanks, E. Let me share my screen again. Replace current sharing. Yeah, Swan. Okay. Yeah. So basically, that's about how to create a Word template. So it seems very straightforward. So if you have any of the existing maybe templates, it's similar like this. There's not much effort. What you need to do is just replace any the placeholder to the right control, okay, and save the template for all the existing format on the Word, the template. You just keep it the same. Okay, the templates which can be used, as I know, can be different type of the word, maybe with DO6 or maybe DOTX. If it's just maybe for template format, you can also using the DOTX file. Okay, great. So once you have the template being ready to use this template, you need to upload the template to save to Yeeflow, one of the document library. So here, let's jump to my demo site again. So here we have the form, and also we have created a Word the document library. So if you want, you can just create a new and create a document library. Since I already have this one, just choose this one. And now, since you have already created, so what I can do, I can create a new folder. Let's say maybe February 19th. Okay, then you can upload this template to this document library so that we can use. Can you upload your file to this folder?
Yes, sure. Just give me a second.
Okay. At this moment, if you can see, I already have some templates here. For example, we have the standard sales agreement template. And also, if you have maybe some reference, or maybe let's say if you have the service agreements, maybe you also have the SOW file or SLA file. So what we can do from generate document action, you can have multiple file together to be generated fully the final contract file. So for example, we have a standard agreement and plus SOW file plus SLA. And then for the generate document action can combine all those files into one single file. Okay, that's another thing that I think are very useful. Okay, let's check. So yeah, I will already say this one, the sales agreement, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the date, we have a company information. Okay, we also have the table, which maybe have multiple items. Okay, we have the total value. Yeah, we have the rich text, and let's say, yeah, we have the picture. You can have multiple picture inside as well. So to use this template, okay, let's jump in here. Let's have a refresh to get these documents. Okay, to use this template, what you can do is you can just click using the generate document and finding the application and the document library. So this is the document library. Let's save this template and click pass. From here, you can see we have the Word type of files. I can click February 19th and select this file, which is created by E. Okay, then next step is mapping the value from the form to the document, the template. Okay, let's go find the set variable, this one. Okay, click settings. Okay, so from here you can say they have 3 columns. First one is about the controls, which inside in the Word template. Okay, so this is not on the form. This is the control which E just added with the name and the tag. You remember? Okay, so from the Word template. Okay, and second one is the type. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 controls with the pin text, one with rich text, and another one with the signature is a picture. Okay, you can select this one and the mapping to let's say I have my field on the form. So for example, effective and end date to the contract. Okay, let's see, and yeah, contract end. So you can map in those fields, then the value on the form, which stored in the contract end, will save to the end date field on the documents. Okay, you can do the same thing for others. But before that, let's say I have the contract duration. You can see we have a contract start and contract end, which already mapping to effective date and end date, right? All right, so what I can do for my form is, since they have the rich text for, fields over there, so what I need to do, I can create the payment schedule. If we are going to maybe just the user to fill in, put in sign. Okay, we can just drag a rich text for the rich text type. Okay, so let's say change the name. Okay, we called rich text term. Okay, maybe this one. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got the, since we have this control, maybe at the ending and part, let's say this one. Okay. Sign a contract. Okay. So we have those 2 fields. So this one is, let's say, just maybe sign. Keep that simple. Okay. So what you can do is we can mapping those fields here. Let's say this one, the seller name, Okay, we have the record in identity name. Okay, this is the name for the file, so details doesn't matter. So this one, okay, this is a table which is repeating table. We do also have this one. Okay, we have one called the product and service details. Okay, so this one is a sublist. Let's say they have multiple items, right? So what we can do is to do the mapping. You can create. Okay, this is table. You can only select a sublist which is on the form. So for example, this one product and service details. You need to select the click the select fields button to mapping those fields. So let's say I can select each one. This one is item name. This one is description. This one is SKU. I don't know. Yeah, we have SKU on the sublist as well and quantity. Yeah, so no any programming, just mapping, just very simple to click to map those fields. Okay. And yeah, we have the total value, which will be the contract value here. And we have the payment, which is rich text. We have the rich text term, which is I create a signature, which is signed from our side. Okay, so we have this one. All are mapping. Okay. So, and another thing is, since we have the value field is a plain text, so we can also, since you can drag to select the variables, however, you can also using the switch icon to using the expression editor model. So for example, if you want to map formatting the date format, for example, you can using the function, let's say date format. Okay, we select the value, let's say start, contract start, the field, and we have the map. We want to have 3 character of the month, let's say MMM, and the date, and then comma, and the year with 4 numbers. Okay, so then, for example, for today, it will be displayed as FED, which is February 19th, 2025. Okay, you can do the same thing. Let's say for the total value of the contract value. Okay, this one, I can show you the details here, because for the form here, we have a field called the currency. So we can, for your contract, maybe your contract value is for different type of the currency. So for example, if I click search SGD for this contract, I want the content in the contract show as SGD, right? So to do so, you can also use the formatting. This one, we have, let's say, this is a drop down. This is a value. Okay, so what you can do is you can the currency with the amount. Okay, so that's also can be done. Okay, with that said, we can just publish. But for this will, once approved, you will generate a document. But for a quick demo for today, what we can do is we move to, let's say, we delete this one, we move to the start. If you want to generate a document once submitted, you can move it to the first stage and then go to this one. Okay. Then we can remove this. Okay. So what we do is first start, generate document, and go the next. And once approved, go next, go to end. Okay, remove this one. So yeah, first generate document and go the rest of the approval. All right, so let's publish and have a test. Good. That's only a part of them. So we need to design what kind of type of file. Let's say we want to output with a PDF file. And then we want to define the generate document to be saved to a attachment type of variable. So I'm going to save to standard agreement document, which is okay. All right, so let's go publish. All right, so let's have a try. So this is a simple form. Let's say effect date, maybe tomorrow, and ending date, maybe next year. Okay, and yeah, doesn't matter. We have a different logic, but then you can click the blank. Okay, so we have the client information. We have the product information, maybe item A, and description A, SKU, maybe S01, price, for example. Okay, so you can calculate and create the contract value here. So let's say maybe I can add another one, item B, FB, okay, S, and yeah, maybe 4 for this one. Okay, the total value is almost 10, yeah, almost 10,000. Okay, great. Yeah, something like that, and keep the rest simple. Okay, so we can have the find the rich text. So for the payment term, what we can do is we can use the rich text fields here. You can change the maybe border or large, or highlight some of the information, or maybe even add a table. Okay, let's try adding a table inside. Okay, let's try this. Okay, this one. Suppose that you have more information you want to include. Okay, all right. Yeah, and then you can, I don't know, maybe add some image. Let's try this. Okay, let's say select image, right? Okay, so this is rich text. We want to include that into the Word template. Okay, next is the signature. So let me try to write some nice signature here. Okay, click save. Okay, it will be an image. So let's go submit. This is required. Okay. Doesn't matter. We are now using this. So also put here and this 100. Okay, let's try submit again. All right. All right. So here we have. Yeah, this is the document generated. Okay, so finally we have the document we generated have been submitted. You can see for the effect date, it is formatted with the date formatting function. And also the end date is by default, so you can also change based on your formatting needed. Okay, and I did not put information for the rest. And we have the number. We have this full text. You have the image. You have the table, right? Also, you have the nice signature here as a picture. Okay, so that's a quick demo about how to use the generic document. And yeah, we are going to run out of the time, but just give me 1 second. Okay, so I have another scenario. Maybe you can think. Let's say we have the sales quotation. Okay, which is a data list. Okay, so suppose that your sales team wants to create some quotation with for your customer. You can also using the generic document template file. So for example, I have this quotation on the form, and what you can do is you can create a list workflow. Okay, I'll create this one. So for new or edit item, you want to generate a quotation. Then inside in the workflow designer for the list workflow, you can also find the generate document action here. Okay, so what you can do is you can select a template. Okay, we have a sales quotation template here. All right. You can also do the mapping. All right, with the form, the data list, the fields. Because for the value fields, you can say from the category, you have two for the list workflow. First one is list fields, and second one is a workflow variable. So you can leverage both to fill into your documents. Okay, there are also others, lots of the scenario that use the generate document action. Okay, just to give you a quick share. This one. Okay, yeah. So this is template for the sales quotation. If you have the mapping, you can also having the form information to be generated like a form like this. All right. Okay, so let's jump back to here. All right, so that's the information for today's demo. This webinar. A quick recap for the session. So we introduced about the document generation action and demonstrate how to use and how to create a Word template, and also how to running the mapping for the fields together to make it works. Okay. So that's the information we share for today's session, and I'd like to open for the flow of any questions. If you have, just using the Q&A function or drop your questions in the chat box. If you find this helpful, let us know that we can running more similar type of the webinar to share the Yeeflow's tips and functions, and also the business scenarios, which maybe can help for your business. Okay, let me check. Okay. What kind of file should the workflow template be? Okay, so this is I remember that I mentioned if you the standard Word format, that's a DOC or DOCX or DOTX should all works for to be templates, right? Okay, so would like to know if multiple images support yet. Okay, so Kenny's good question. So yeah, answer is yes. So we support for multiple images. If you have image fields on your template, from your form, you can select maybe set your image control to be multiple. Then multiple image will be will be added to your Word templates, your Word documents for sure. Okay, so this is supported. Okay. Okay, so for Paul, the question is for the tables, they are meant to be simple text control. Okay, so the table control, it depends. So for example, the table is mostly used for the repeating information. So there's actually, let's say, there are three steps. Firstly, you have the table, right? You have the table with naming. Okay, of the table will be similar like the name of the sublist. Okay, then you add the repeating control after inside the table, and you put you can say the fields, something like the fields inside to the repeating control. So it can be for repeating pin text, I think. Because for the sublist, you have numbers, you have text, you have let's say drop down, something like that. but all the value can be, the text. You can control the format when you do the mapping. My suggestion is this. For example, if you want to format your data to be a number, to be a date with some particular formatting, you can just format that before saving to the table. All right. Okay, so yeah, okay, great. So another question from Kang Kang. Hi, do you have user guide to prepare for the documents? Believe we do. Okay, let me check. You can check from the support.yeeflow.com. And also I remember that we have the video. You can check maybe from the university.yeeflow.com or from the YouTube channel. We have a video to show how to prepare about the documents. And I believe that we also have the support documents as well. Just check about support.yeeflow.com. All right. Okay. Great. Thanks, E, for the answer about this question. Is there if there's any show high control skills which interact with the data for the template? Okay, great. So this one, my suggestion is if you have, let's say, dynamic display, let's say, for example, if I choose this type, it will be part of the content to be displayed. This is easier for form, but it's not easy for the word. So we cannot control which part can display or not. But you can say for maybe for some of the value, if you say if the value A, you can pick value option A to fill in the word fields. However, if it's different in the word, my suggestion is you can create a word template. For example, this is a sales agreement template. This is another is, let's say, maybe the renew contract. Okay, then it can be a same form. Okay, if your flow is the same. However, you can design your workflow. Let's say have the condition settings. Let's say if it's a new agreement, sales agreement, you go this way. If this renew contract, you go maybe another generate document. You have two generate documents to mapping with different templates. If it's different for different content you want to use, all right? Okay, great. All right, so another question, let me check. What about the single select and multiple select? Single select and multiple select suggest is to using the pin text. Okay, so finally, in the word template, I think mostly it's the pin text. I'm not sure if we have the, maybe now for the single select. Yeah, maybe recommend to using the pin text. All right. Okay, so great. I think we are running out of time right now, so I apologize for the delay of the webinar. We want, try to catch up, but they're different type. The next time maybe we can have a more, advanced preparation. It will be good. Okay. Okay, last question. Any file size page limits for file generation? Okay, so I don't have the number, but if it's I remember there are some customer, they have over hundreds of pages of documents. This might having some kind of the issue. Okay, so if it's maybe at least maybe less than 50 pages, the documents, I think it would be good. Okay, yeah, we can have a more try, and if I have a more detailed data, I can share with you. Okay, I thank you. Okay, great. So with that said, thank you all for joining us today and for your great questions. Special thanks to Yi and for the co-hosting and share her experience. We hope that you found this session helpful and that you are excited to implement Yeeflow's automation capabilities in your workflow. Okay, so have a great day and goodbye.